Your CEO asks Copilot to summarize the board package. Nothing happens. He tries again. Still nothing. Your compliance officer runs her standard monthly analysis. Same result. Your operations team tries to pull a Copilot-generated report. Silence. Nobody gets an error message. No alert fires. No tickets get created. Copilot just stops responding. Your IT team has no idea why, because Microsoft never told them this was coming. This is what happens when Microsoft's Copilot API migration hits your tenant before your network team makes 3 specific changes. Microsoft published Message Center Notification MC 1286300 on April 20th, 2026. The rollout is active now. And in a financial institution where strict outbound fire rules and universal TLS inspection are compliance requirements, the chance of a silent Copilot outage this week is higher than in any other industry. I'm going to walk you through exactly what is happening, why financial institutions are at higher risk, and what your network team must do today. Microsoft is migrating the back-end infrastructure that powers Microsoft 365 Copilot. It is moving from office.com domain to a new domain, cloud.microsoft. This is not a minor update. Every API call your Copilot makes, every session your users open, every request processed by Copilot's back-end services, all of it routes through cloud.microsoft endpoints instead of office.com. Microsoft classified this as admin impact high, user impact low. That specific combination matters. Your users will not receive a warning. They will not see a notification. They will not get an explanation when Copilot stops working. The failure is silent. The only person who was supposed to know this was coming is the person who reads the Microsoft 365 Message Center. And in most financial institutions, that is one administrator who may be juggling 3 other priorities this week. The migration is mandatory. There is no opting out. There is no tenant level setting to delay it. When Microsoft migrates your tenant, your Copilot traffic moves to cloud.microsoft. If your network is not ready, your Copilot stops working. Here's the piece that most coverage of this migration is missing. Every financial institution has network controls that other industries do not have. You have strict outbound firewall rules that require explicit approval for new domains. You have universal TLS inspection for compliance because your regulators expect you to monitor outbound traffic. When you have a cloud access security broker, a CASB, that evaluates every cloud application before your users can access it. Those 3 controls are exactly what this migration will break. In financial institutions specifically, your firewall does not know about cloud.microsoft yet until cloud.microsoft is explicitly on your allow list. Your firewall will block those connections at the perimeter. Copilot fails without telling anyone why. Your TLS inspection engine does what it's supposed to. Unless you configure it, it inspects all outbound HTTPS, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure traffic. Microsoft explicitly prohibits TLS inspection on cloud.microsoft connections. Copilot uses persistent WSS connections, that is WebSocket secure connections, that do not behave correctly under TLS inspection. When the inspection engine tries to decrypt and re-encrypt the traffic, the WebSocket handshake fails. Copilot breaks. Your TLS inspection engine logs a clean success. No errors appear anywhere. Your CASB may not yet list cloud.microsoft as a sanctioned Microsoft destination. If your policy blocks access to cloud applications that are not explicitly approved, those connections will be dropped silently. This is the financial institution trap. The same controls that protect you from shadow IT and unapproved cloud services will block a legitimate Microsoft service if your allow lists are not updated in time. Microsoft requires 3 specific network changes before your Copilot traffic moves to cloud.microsoft. Change 1. Add wildcard.cloud.microsoft to your firewall allow list. Your proxy server policy, your CASB application catalog, and your URL filtering rules. Use the wildcard form, *.microsoft, because Microsoft routes Copilot across Microsoft subdomains. One domain entry covers them all. If your firewall vendor has Microsoft 365 URL group or application category, verify that the cloud.microsoft is already included and that the update has reached your on-premise appliances. Do not assume the vendor pushed it automatically. Change 2. Ensure WebSocket connections to wildcard.cloud.microsoft are permitted. The 3 configurations that break this: network perimeters that block the WSS protocol as a category, network devices applying TLS inspection to WebSocket traffic, proxy servers with aggressive connection timeout policies. Microsoft documents all 3 failure modes explicitly. If your proxy times out connections shorter than 30 minutes, Copilot sessions will drop mid-use. Change 3. Add wildcard.cloud.microsoft to your TLS inspection bypass list. This is not disabling TLS inspection for your network. It is extending the existing Microsoft 365 bypass list that most financial institutions already maintain for Teams real-time media and SharePoint delivery. You're adding one wildcard entry to an existing approved category. Microsoft published documentation for MC 1286300 provides the regulatory basis for this exemption if your examiners ask. After those 3 changes are in place, the work is not done. Cloud.microsoft is now a permanent part of your Microsoft 365 surface. Configuration drift. Someone tightening a proxy rule, a CASB policy, update that does not carry the allow list forward, a firewall firmware upgrade that resets a URL group will silently re-break Copilot weeks or months after you fix the first list. At Access Business Technologies, our guarding operating model monitors your Microsoft 365 configuration policies continuously after the migration. When a configuration changes in a way that might affect your Guardian policies, we can flag it and help you notice. The migration is one-time fix. The drift monitoring is ongoing. Microsoft provides a free connectivity test for this specific change. Find the direct link in the description below this video. It is labeled Microsoft Copilot Network Connectivity Test. Open it on a machine inside your production network, not through a VPN, that is a virtual private network tunnel, not through a remote desktop session to a cloud-hosted machine. Run it now before your tenant migrates so you know which of the 3 changes you still need to make. The full technical checklist for all 3 changes, including the specific CASB configuration steps for Defender for Cloud Apps, are in the link in the description below. If your Copilot is already failing this week and you need help diagnosing which control is breaking it, find our Talk to an Expert link in the description. Our Microsoft 365 engineering team can typically run the connectivity test with you and identify the specific failure point within the hour. I'm Justin Kirsch. See you in the next one.